Hi, and welcome to English Stories Growth. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started. Introduction. Today, we are going to learn about a man whose name is whispered in every stadium, every street, and every home where football is loved. Cristiano Ronaldo. When you hear his name, the first thing that probably comes to your mind is success. You think of his 5 Ballon d'Or awards, his 5 Champions League trophies, and his incredible record of over 900 official goals. Perhaps you think of his wealth. He is one of the richest athletes to ever live, with a net worth that exceeds $600 million. He owns private jets, luxury hotels, and a collection of cars that looks like a museum. But how did he get here? Many people see the finished product, the superstar on the screen, and they think it was easy. They think he was born with a magic gift. But here's the secret. It was not just talent. Millions of children are born with talent, but they never reach the top. So, what makes Ronaldo different? Why did he survive when others failed? This isn't just a story about football. It's a story about a hungry boy from a small island who decided that good was never enough. It's a story about facing heart surgery at 15, losing a father at 20, and moving to foreign countries where he didn't speak the language. This video will take you on an epic journey from the humble streets of Madeira to the bright lights of Manchester, the royal stages of Madrid, the history of Turin, and the new frontiers of Saudi Arabia. It is a story that will challenge you to think about your own life. It will make you realize that your background does not define your future. It's time to dream bigger. Chapter 1. The Small Island and a Big Dream. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born on February 5, 1985, in Funchal, on the island of Madeira, Portugal. Madeira is a beautiful island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. But for Cristiano's family, it was not a paradise. They lived in a tiny, tin-roofed house in one of the poorest neighborhoods. His mother, Maria Dolores, worked as a cook and a cleaning lady. His father, José Diniz Aveiro, was a gardener and a part-time kit man for a small local club called Andorinha. Cristiano was the youngest of 4 children. He had an older brother, Hugo, and 2 sisters, Elma and Katia. Life was so financially difficult that his mother actually considered not having him. She was worried they couldn't afford to feed another mouth. But fate had other plans. From the moment he could walk, Cristiano was attached to a football. He didn't have expensive toys. He played in the narrow, hilly streets of Madeira. Because the streets were made of stone and were very steep, he developed incredible balance and footwork. He often played against boys who were much older and bigger than him. They tried to push him, but he was too fast. His friends called him Cry Baby because he would cry if he lost or if the other boys didn't pass him the ball. Even then, his desire to win was uncontrollable. His father's job at Andorinha allowed Cristiano to start playing in a real club. While other kids were doing homework, Cristiano was escaping through his bedroom window with a ball. He was obsessed. By the age of 10, he was already the best player on the island. People started talking about the kid from Madeira who could do things with a ball that adults couldn't do. Chapter 2. The Loneliest Journey. At the age of 12, Cristiano had to make a decision that would change his life and break his heart. Sporting Lisbon, one of Portugal's biggest clubs, offered him a trial. He impressed them so much that they wanted to sign him immediately. But there was a catch. He had to move to Lisbon, leaving his family behind. Moving to the mainland was like moving to a different planet for a 12-year-old boy. He lived in a small room with other academy players. He was terribly homesick. He cried every night, calling his mother and begging to come home. At school, the teachers and students laughed at him. Why? Because people from Madeira have a very specific accent, and the people in Lisbon thought he sounded strange. Cristiano felt like an outsider. He felt disrespected. One day, a teacher made a joke about his family's poverty and his accent. Cristiano, unable to control his anger, picked up a chair and threw it at the teacher. He was expelled from school. Many people thought he was a troublemaker, but he was just a boy protecting his dignity. This was the turning point. He realized that if he wanted to survive, he had to be better than everyone else. He started sneaking into the gym at night. The coaches told him he was too skinny, so he began training with weights on his ankles. He wanted to be faster, stronger, and more clinical. He decided that since he was alone in Lisbon, football would be his only friend. Chapter 3: The Heart of a Lion. When Cristiano was 15 years old, his dream almost ended. During a routine checkup, doctors discovered that he had a condition called tachycardia, a racing heart. His heart would beat at a dangerously high speed, even when he was resting. The doctors told his mother that if he continued to play football, he could have a heart attack. This was devastating. Football was his only way out of poverty. But Ronaldo chose to fight. He underwent a delicate laser surgery to cauterize the area of his heart that was causing the problem. The surgery was risky, but it was successful. Amazingly, just a few days after leaving the hospital, Cristiano was back on the training pitch. He wasn't afraid of dying, he was afraid of not playing. This incident proved that he had the heart of a lion, both literally and figuratively. He moved through the youth ranks of Sporting Lisbon faster than anyone in history. In one single season, he played for the under-16, under-17, under-18, the B team, and the first team. He was ready for the world stage. Chapter 4: The Night at the Estadio José Alvalade. The date was August 6th, 2003. Sporting Lisbon was playing a friendly match against the mighty Manchester United to celebrate the opening of their new stadium. Sir Alex Ferguson, the legendary United manager, had heard about a talented Portuguese kid, but he wasn't prepared for what he was about to see. Ronaldo was a nightmare for the United defenders. He was doing step-overs, crosses, and sprints that left veteran players like John O'Shea gasping for air. In the locker room at halftime, the United players were exhausted. Rio Ferdinand and Gary Neville told Sir Alex, "Boss, we have to sign this boy. We cannot leave without him." Sir Alex Ferguson agreed. Instead of going back to England immediately, he stayed to talk to Ronaldo and his agent. A few days later, 18-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo arrived in Manchester. He didn't have a suitcase. He just had his dream. He asked for the number 28, but Sir Alex said, "No, you will wear the number 7. This was the number of David Beckham, Eric Cantona, and George Best. It was a sign of total belief. Chapter 5: Transformation in Manchester. The early days in England were not easy. Ronaldo was criticized by the media for showboating, doing too many tricks and not enough crossing. But Cristiano didn't listen to the critics. He listened to his ambition. He worked with a coach named René Meulenstein, who taught him how to be a goal machine instead of just a winger. Ronaldo transformed his body. He went from a skinny boy to a muscular powerhouse. He spent hours practicing free kicks, inventing his famous knuckleball technique. In 2005, tragedy struck. His father, José Diniz, passed away due to liver failure caused by alcoholism. Cristiano was in Russia with the national team when he heard the news. He was heartbroken. His father had never seen his greatest successes. This loss changed Ronaldo. He vowed to never touch alcohol and to dedicate every goal to his father. In the 2007 to 2008 season, Ronaldo became unstoppable. He scored 42 goals in all competitions, led United to the Premier League title, and won the Champions League in Moscow. At the end of the year, he was awarded his first Ballon d'Or. He was officially the best player in the world, but he wanted more. He wanted to go to the biggest club in history. Real Madrid. Chapter 6. The King of Madrid. In 2009, Real Madrid paid a world record fee of £80 million to bring Ronaldo to the Santiago Bernabeu. Over 80,000 fans filled the stadium just for his presentation. It was the biggest welcome in the history of sports. This was the beginning of the CR7 era. In Madrid, Ronaldo didn't just play. He conquered. He broke every record in the club's history. He became the all-time leading scorer for Real Madrid, surpassing legends like Raúl and Di Stefano. He won 4 Champions League titles, including 3 in a row, a feat that many thought was impossible in modern football. This was also the era of the Ronaldo versus Messi rivalry. For nearly a decade, these two titans pushed each other to levels never seen before. If Messi scored a hat-trick on Saturday, Ronaldo would score 4 goals on Sunday. This rivalry wasn't just about football, it was about 2 different philosophies. Messi was pure talent, and Ronaldo was pure work. Their competition made football the most popular spectacle on the planet. Ronaldo's discipline in Madrid became the stuff of legend. His teammates would arrive at training at 9 a.m. and find Ronaldo already sweating. He had his own recovery team, his own diet, and even a sleep coach who taught him how to take 5 90-minute naps a day. He treated his body like a high-performance Ferrari. Chapter 7. Glory with Portugal. For many years, critics said, Ronaldo is great for clubs, but he never wins anything for his country. In 2016, he silenced them all. Portugal reached the final of Euro 2016 against the favorites, France. Early in the game, Ronaldo was injured after a heavy tackle. He tried to continue, but he couldn't. He left the pitch in tears. But he didn't go to the hospital. He stayed on the sidelines with a bandage on his knee, shouting instructions like a manager. When Portugal scored in extra time, Ronaldo was jumping with joy, despite the pain. Portugal won their first major trophy, and for Cristiano, it was the proudest moment of his life. He proved that he was a true leader, with or without the ball. Chapter 8. The Italian Adventure and Beyond. In 2018, after winning his 3rd consecutive Champions League with Madrid, Ronaldo decided he needed a new challenge. He moved to Juventus in Italy. Even at 33 years old, he was breaking records. He became the fastest player to score 50 goals in Serie A history. He won 2 league titles and proved that his work-hard philosophy worked in any country and any league. In 2021, he made the emotional return to Manchester United. His first game back was like a movie. He scored 2 goals and the stadium erupted. But the club was not the same as it was under Sir Alex. After a difficult second season, Ronaldo made a move that shocked the world. He signed for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. Many people said his career is over, but they were wrong. Ronaldo's move changed the landscape of world football. Suddenly, other superstars like Neymar, Benzema, and Sadio Mane followed him to the desert. He became the highest-paid athlete in history and continued to score goals at an incredible rate. In 2023, he was the world's top goal scorer for the calendar year, proving that age is just a number if your mind is strong. Chapter 9. The Secrets of the GOAT. What can we learn from the secret of Cristiano Ronaldo's money and success? Extreme discipline. Ronaldo doesn't eat sugar, he doesn't drink alcohol, and he avoids processed foods. He once famously moved 2 bottles of Coca-Cola during a press conference and said, "Drink water." This small act cost the company billions in stock value. Recovery is key. He uses cryotherapy, ice chambers at -160 degrees, and specialized massages to keep his muscles young. Mental resilience. He loves the haters. He once said, "Your love makes me strong, your hate makes me unstoppable." He uses criticism as fuel. Philanthropy. Despite his arrogant image on the pitch, he is incredibly kind. He has no tattoos, so he can donate blood regularly. He sold his European golden boot for 1.5 million euros to build schools in Gaza. He has paid for the brain surgeries of children he didn't even know. Chapter 10. The Legacy Today. Cristiano Ronaldo is more than a footballer. He is a father of 5, a businessman with a global brand, CR7, and an inspiration to billions. He has shown that a boy from a tiny island with a racing heart and no money can become the greatest of all time. He is currently chasing the 1,000 goals mark. Whether he reaches it or not doesn't really matter. His real goal was to prove that through persistence, you can overcome any obstacle. He taught us that you should never give up unless you are forced to give up. His legacy will not be the trophies in his museum. It will be the millions of kids around the world who look in the mirror and say, "If Cristiano did it, I can do it too." Final conclusion. The story of Cristiano Ronaldo is a masterpiece of human will. From the streets of Funchal to the peaks of world football, he has remained true to his vision. He didn't just play the game, he changed the game forever. Hey there, just a second before you go. If you learned something new today about the legend of CR7, and if this story inspired you to work harder on your own dreams, please give this video a like. Write your favorite Ronaldo moment in the comments. Was it the bicycle kick against Juventus or the free kick against Spain? And don't forget to subscribe to English Fabula. It only takes a second, and it really helps us create even more high-quality English learning stories for you. Your support means the world to us. Thank you for watching, and remember, work hard until your idols become your rivals.